For day 6 notes, we are just going to multiply the first number times the last number in order to factor this. So, if you notice, the first number that we have here is bigger than 1. When we did day 5 notes, we factored when this number was always 1. Now we're changing that up a little bit. So we did the first times the last to get this number. Then the middle number we put at the bottom. Then the number 10 is what you need to factor. So what times what makes 10? Well, 1 times 10, 2 times 5. That's it. So which one of these pairs of numbers can add or subtract to make an 11? 1 and 10. And so normally I would just write the factors of 1 and 10 with the x's. But I know that x times x is not 5x squared, and 1 times 10 is not 2. So this is called x factor, which we did, with bottoms up, meaning that you take this number, the first number, you divide by it, and you ask yourself, can 1/5 divide? No, it cannot. So you bring the bottom number up. So we have 5x plus 1. Then we see, okay, can this one divide? Yes, it can. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So I take 10 divided by 5 and make that a 2. Now, if I do a quick check here, 5x times x, that's back to 5x squared. 1 times 2, that's back to 2. If you were to do FOIL or use the 2 by 2 square, you would get this answer. Okay, it's always a good thing to check, especially if you were taking a test or a quiz. Okay, for part B, again, same process. First number times last number is negative 45. And we're trying to get to a 4. And so the factors of 45 are 1 times 45, 3 times 15, and 5 times 9. Now, I do have a negative in this problem, okay? So I need to get to a positive 4, but a negative 45. So I'm going to have a negative somewhere here. So we look, we say, okay, can this subtract to get to 4? No, no, yes. So negative 5 and positive 9 make a positive 4. So 9 minus 5 is 4. If I multiply, I get negative 45. So I write that in that factored form. I find the first number of the trinomial, which was 3, and I divide by 3. Well, can I divide? No. So I bring the bottom up. So 3x minus 5. And then I see, can I divide here? And the answer is yes. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So x plus 3. For letter C, same process. First times last, that gives me 2 times negative 24, negative 48. And we are trying to get to negative 13. All right, so let's list the factors of 48. 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, and lastly 6 and 8. Okay, which one could we add or subtract and get a negative 13? Looks like 3 and 16. Now, I have to have a negative 13. So this 16, it's bigger than 3, it has to be negative. 3 minus 16 is negative 13, and positive times negative is negative. Please note, on all of your examples, as long as you put this first number as the smallest number, this side of the x will be the same signs. Okay, here, smallest number is first, same signs on the bottom of the x. Smallest number first, both signs are both positive there, same sign. Okay, so now we do x plus 3, x minus 16, and now we have to do our bottoms up. So we go find our first number, 2, we divide by 2. Can we divide? No. So we bring the bottom number up. Can we divide? Yes, this whole thing becomes 8. Okay, so that is X factor with bottoms up when your first number is greater than 1. So we saw that all of those were bigger than a 1.